Hi there. Thanks for tuning into our podcast feed. I'm Pastor Tim here at Grace of God, Long Island. What you're listening to right now is part of an occasional series you'll find in this feed, which I'm calling Deleted Scenes. Just like when a movie or a TV show is being made, it occasionally happens as I'm writing a sermon that it goes too long and something needs cutting. Generally, that's because I let myself just go on and the trim material isn't worth it. However, sometimes I find myself cutting something that I think would have some value in saying, but it just doesn't flow well into the rest of the sermon, or it simply ends up too long. When I have a piece that I think meets that standard, you'll find it in this feed on Tuesdays as a deleted scene. Despite what I said there in the intro, this is Wednesday. Welcome back for our second deleted scene on the Magnificat, Mary's song from Luke 1:46-55. I've got a different kind of deleted scene for you today, one that maybe tells you a little bit something about me. I like Taylor Swift. Maybe you've never heard a single Taylor Swift song. Maybe you consider yourself her biggest fan. Regardless, I'm going to talk a little bit about Taylor Swift today. I should explain why. I like Taylor Swift, but I wouldn't say I like every song she's written or that I endorse every message in her work. I like Taylor Swift for two reasons. I think she's a gifted musician, and I think she's an excellent lyricist who understands our culture. She writes songs that connect to our cultural moment. Bruce Springsteen is another songwriter who did the same thing for another generation, and he said of Taylor Swift, she speaks to her audience very personally. So if you're skeptical of this whole deleted scene so far, rolling your eyes a little bit about Taylor, the boss thinks she's a good songwriter, okay? Even if you don't musically enjoy what she creates, there's something to learn in her work about our time. Now, the specific song I'm thinking of is Tolerate It. This is a song from her 2020 album, Evermore. This song is about a love that's gone cold. There's a wife, the main character of the song, who sings about her husband's total indifference to her and her tragic devotion to him. She sings about her love for him being something that he merely tolerates. He acts as if she's a burden. It's a deeply moving song. Mary's song makes me think of Tolerate It, because Mary sings not of a cold and indifferent relationship of indifference. She sings of a God who is always focused on her, who is always regarding her, thinking of her, who acts for her good. Mary sings of a love that she can never equal. Our love for God will never match his love for us. In fact, if you look at the story Taylor Swift tells in her song, we humans are often the indifferent spouse ignoring the total devotion of the one who loves us totally. Now the song, Taylor Swift's song that is, ends without a resolution. She closes by singing sadly, I sit and watch you, and that's where it ends. Our story ends differently. Our story ends with the relentless love of God winning out. Our story ends with us at home with God forever in the recreated creation, singing his praises with each and every day of our eternal lives. Our story ends with Christ and his bride, the church, united in joy for all time. That's the love that Mary celebrates in her song. That's the love we celebrate in our worship and by our lives every day. That's our sermon deleted scene today. Music is What Words Can't Describe by Vlad Gluschenko at soundcloud.com/VGL9. Thanks again for listening. Please share our podcast feed with others and share with them the peace that you have in Jesus. I'm Pastor Tim Walsh at Grace of God in Dix Hills, 510 Deer Park, just north off LIE exit 51. Join us on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. God bless and keep you this week.